Metal Album Warfares here on Metal Ben's Chronicles. We got a good one coming up for you right now. First off, cheers to everybody out there. By the way, what we're listening to in the background, Acid Rain Obnoxious. Now ain't that the most weirdest album cover you've ever seen for a thrash metal album? You know what though? This is a phenomenal CD, man. I'm telling you, it's so good. If you love Anthrax, you're gonna love Acid Rain, I'm telling you. Check out Acid Rain. Very similar musically to Anthrax, especially early on. Anyway, so we got, for this episode of Metal Album Warfare, we're going to put the first two Megadeth albums up against each other right now. I'm talking about the debut album that came out on Combat Records in 1985, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, versus Peace Sells But Who's Buying? First album on a major label. Let's not waste any freaking time, man. Let's get right into it. So, we got the opening track, Last Rites Love to Death, from Killing Is My Business versus Wake Up Dead from Peace Sells. Oh man, that's a tough one. This is a very tough one because both tracks are so good. You know, Wake Up Dead is a very iconic track. It's one of the very first videos to Megadeth ever made. You know, it's a big staple back on Headbangers Ball back in the day, you know. That along with another track we will get to here very shortly. Oh man, I love Wake Up Dead. I mean, both of these tracks are great intros, but I think I like Last Rites Love to Death just a little bit more. I love the classical piano intro going into the full throttle speed metal of Last Rites Love to Death. Great track. So then we got the self-titled track, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, versus The Conjuring from Peace Sells. Oh man, both very good tracks too, but you know what? As much as I love The Conjuring, I'm going with the self-titled track, Killing Is My Business, and Business Is Good for this one. So we're up 2-0 so far, with Killing Is My Business leading. So up next we got the Skull Beneath the Skins from Killing Is My Business versus the self-titled track, Peace Sells But Who's Buying? Well, Peace Sells from Peace Sells. I'm going with Peace Sells But Who's Buying on this one. Again, that was another video made around 1986, 1987 off this album, you know, that got a lot of MTV play back in the day on Headbangers Ball, you know. Rightfully so, because it's an iconic track. Okay, so then we got the Nancy Sinatra cover of These Boots versus Devil's Island. I'm going with Devil's Island, no question. You know, These Boots being a very controversial cover, you know, they were forced to actually censor it when they did a reissue and remaster of it on the Killing Is My Business 2002 reissue. But my god, Devil's Island is way better. So we're tied at 2. So we got Rattlehead, Rattle Your Goddamn Head, versus Good Morning Black Friday. Oh man. Both phenomenal tracks, both two of my favorite. Actually, yeah. Good Morning Black Friday's probably like my second or third favorite Megadeth song of all time. I'm going with Good Morning Black Friday, so that puts Peace Sells ahead, 3-2. Okay, then we got Chosen Ones from Killing Is My Business versus Bad Omen from Peace Sells. Both very good tracks, you know, Bad Omen being the deep cut off of here. I'm going with Bad Omen. I think Bad Omen's slightly better. Oh, man. Okay, anyway, so we got Looking Down the Cross versus by far the weakest track on here. The cover of the Willie Dixon track, I Ain't Superstitious. Still a decent cover, but I'm going with Looking Down the Cross on this one. Alright, so up next we have Mechanics. We all know the backstory on the Mechanics. Originally a Metallica song that Dave had written, which Metallica would change it over to the Four Horsemen once Dave was kicked out, and Dave took the Mechanics with him. Versus My Last Word. My favorite track off of Peace Sells. Of course I'm going with My Last Word. So let's do an add up here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, man. Peace Sells, but who's buying wins it. 5-3. Alright guys, stay metal.